everybody. Welcome to Kame House Party. I am Vince,
And I am Aaron.
and we are the hosts of the world's bestest, number one, and only improv comedy Dragon Ball watch along podcast in the known universe. Ooh, we've been doing it for a while. This week is no different. We've got another exciting episode of Dragon Ball to talk about and get into. Maybe do a little improv along the way. But before we get into all that goody goodness, we got some Kame housekeeping to do. And the first piece of Kame housekeeping is the world famous UN sanctioned 1 minute roundup door creaking closed sound.
Finally off to bed after a long day of misering. All right, no one to disturb me. Snuggling in.
Excuse me, good sir.
What? Bentley, my butler, yes.
Yes, Bentley here forever and always.
Mhm.
Sir, I ask if you need anything before you retire.
Let's see, let me do my bedtime checks. Slippers off my feet because I don't
Check.
sleep with slippers. Thank you for picking them up.
Yes, sir.
Folding them neatly.
Oh, thank you, sir. I usually have to fold them, but you did that for me. Thank you, sir.
Of course. Oh, I want to show my appreciation for all you do, Bentley.
Thank you, sir.
Of course. All right. Nightgown or sleeping robe or slumber dress.
Whichever you prefer, sir.
What do you call it, Bentley? You had a fun name for it.
I call it a slanket, sir.
A mixture of blanket and what's the other thing? Sleep.
Sleep and blanket. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. That has been donned.
Yes.
Button to the top so I don't catch cold. Sleeping cap. Bentley, my cap seems to be on straight. Could you slightly tilt it for me, please?
Yes, sir. A tilted cap maketh a goodeth nap. As I always say.
You do. And I think the last thing is a tall, very warm glass of buttermilk to lull me to old man sleep.
Yes, of course, sir. And I shall prepare it for you as I have these 50-odd years.
Since I was a spry young man of 60. You've been preparing this buttermilk for me. Oh, so tired I can barely speak.
Here it comes, straight from the Bentley teat. And seed.
More like butler milk.
Got him.
Alfred never breastfed Bruce Wayne.
This is true. And I doubt he ever breastfed any of those Robins that came through.
Neither a Tim nor Jason nor Dick.
None of them got that sweet Alfred milk.
Bottle fed, and that explains a lot.
What? How much is that milk? A penny worth.
God damn it.
Oh, you're in for it now, audience.
It's gonna be a night. It's gonna be one of those.
Oh gosh. That, listeners, is our improvised scene that we do at the top of the show to loosen or tighten our improv muscles for whatever our conversation or whatever our description or discussion of the episode leads us into, which leads us to the actual 1 minute roundup, which is where one of us, this time Aaron, has 1 minute, 60 seconds, 600 segundos para recitar todos los things that happen in Dragon Ball. Look, I know we've got some Spanish-speaking audience members,
That's
so
true.
gracias. All right, there we go. So Aaron, you have 60 seconds to summarize everything in Dragon Ball, and I have one question to ask you. But I've gotta tell the listener that we do this because, we don't want you to have to go back and listen to every single episode of the podcast to get caught up to where we are, or watch every single episode of Dragon Ball because, look, that's a chore we wanna take that's a burden we wanna take off of you,
Mhm.
so you can get into the episode right after this question I have for Aaron, which is, Aaron, there we go, there's my eyeline. Are you ready
Mhm.
to round up?
Getting in the zone. And yes, I am. Dragon Ball is about 7 magic crystal balls. You collect them all, you get any wish you want. It stars Goku. He was a little kid. He had a tail. He did a bunch of karate to stop people from using the Dragon Balls for bad. He made friends through karate by beating their asses. He entered a bunch of tournaments for karate. He lost two, but won the third one by beating a Demon King's son. Then he got married, had a kid. Turns out Goku's an alien from space. His brother came down, killed him. Goku got stronger in the afterlife somehow. He came back to beat up more people from his home planet. He did, but a bunch of his friends died in the process, so him and his other friends went to Namek to get more Dragon Balls because they disappeared for reasons. There he fought the baddest dudes in the universe, with Frieza being the baddest of them all. He had to turn to the legendary Super Saiyan to beat him. Then they came back, and then it turns out Vegeta's kid from the future came down and said, hey, androids are coming and they're bad. And androids are here and they are bad. They beat up all our Z fighters, but maybe there's something worse on the horizon.
Nice. Well done. Well done.
Thank
You
you.
got everything in there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I like that
I don't-
Frieza and his company are the baddest dudes of them all. Because it's true. There's some
Until.
bad dudes until
Mm-hmm.
this episode, which we are inching our way towards because we have one final piece of Kame housekeeping, which is where I tell you, the listener, that Aaron and I watched two different versions of the show. I watched the English dub. Aaron watches the Japanese language English subtitled version because comparing and contrasting is fun, and I'd like you to prove us wrong. I dare you. Email us at kamehousepartypod@gmail.com.
Yeah. Good luck proving a negative.
Oh, snap.
That it's not
Got 'em.
fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can't do it. Can't do it.
Mm-mm.
But what I can do is give you the title, the English title of this week's episode, which is episode 140 of Dragon Ball Z. Seized with Fear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mine is much longer than that. There's a
Ooh,
tiny bit
I'll
of
sit
alliteration.
back.
I'm gonna try to not laugh through it.
Okay.
Let me get it out
I like
now.
where this
Okay.
is going. I like where this is going.
So I was so happy when I saw this title. It just filled me with glee. So enough gilding the lily. The title for episode 140 of Dragon Ball Z from the original Japanese, roughly translated, is The Discovery of an Evil Egg. A terrified Trunks.
Oh my God, there was more after the evil egg.
Too alliterate, yeah.
Oh, that was
Got 'em.
great. Double
Get outta
alliteration
here.
for one title. That's got to be up there with one of the. That's a really good one. An evil egg
Discovery
and
of an
terrified
evil
Trunks.
egg. It's just, guys, I found an evil egg. What?
What percentage of eggs in a carton are evil? That's my question.
I know. We got to check them before. You got to check them for little horns at the grocer.
Oh my gosh. What are the most evil eggs that you can think of, Aaron?
Completely hard-boiled eggs to me. Hold on, let me modify that.
Okay.
Eggs are back to a reasonable price, so I've been buying them again and cooking them again. I like a dippy egg, as some people call it. I like a runny
Okay.
yolk. I haven't cooked eggs in a hot minute. I've been goofing up, and my yolks have turned solid. the worst thing that can happen for a fried egg. That's evil as hell.
Okay. So a solid yolk on an intentionally fried egg, that's an
Mhm.
evil egg because you're not getting the dip. There's no dip.
No, I need that running. I need that golden goo.
Okay. All right. I feel you on that one. I guess, especially when eggs don't come out the way you want them. I take my eggs scrambled like a simpleton. Okay. I
How
don't want
scramble? How well done?
in my youth, it was a hard scramble. I wanted those things
Mhm.
fluffy like gelatin. You add a little
Mhm,
milk,
mhm,
stir that in. You keep it moving while it's in the hottest pan you can get in. Nowadays, I'll take a soft scramble or like a
mhm, mhm,
faux omelet where like it's the outside is a little dry, a little crispy, maybe, but the
mhm,
inside's
mhm,
still
mhm.
gooey. So you can dip if you'd like. But I'm gonna say the most evil egg there could ever be is the bull shark egg.
Okay, go
Sh-
on.
Shark eggs eat each other in the shark womb. Okay.
You're right.
They're cannibals before they get their freaking fins and gills, man. Shark eats shark in there.
So, like, if you hatch beforehand, it's a race.
It's a buffet, baby. So it's the omelet. It's the omelet station at your local
Pretty,
Comfort Suites.
pretty evil. There's a hold on. There is a sorry for those with tryptophobia. I forget the name of this toad or
Mm.
frog, but there is an amphibian where the eggs get laid in their back,
I know. I
and
know
then
this. I know this freaky frog.
I
More
know, and the
alliteration.
eggs pop out from the back, and it's horrifying.
That's pretty bad.
Nature. Why you doing this? Calm down.
Nature. Nature, take a chill pill.
What do you got against this toad?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh man. That's gross. That's really
Those
gross. Ugh.
are let's look. We've got enough evil eggs to
All
tide
right.
us over for
Oh,
this
wait, the last
episode.
evil egg?
Hmm.
Eggman himself. Jim Carrey.
Doctor Robotnik. Sorry, not
Yeah,
Mister.
he went to all that evil doctoring school for that
Hmm,
title, boy.
hmm.
Don't you mess up. But
But
yeah, now that
yeah.
that's over, let's start talking about this episode. Um, no funny highlights from the recap on this one. Pretty cut and dry. So we can skip right over to Krillin talking to Bulma with Trunks in the background. They're still in the plane, uh, getting the coordinates to where this mysterious machine that looks just like Trunks' time capsule
Hmm.
has been uncovered or discovered, and it's West Area 1050. Some
Okay.
kind of coordinates.
Thank you for
Um,
writing down the address so
I,
everyone can go find it.
I just DDoSed the time capsule.
Hmm, hmm.
Um, yeah,
There's a Gohan. He's like, oh, I want to go with Trunks to find this time capsule. Chi Chi says no because you've got homework to do. And then
punchline.
anyone does the anime fall down.
Mm-hmm. Bung.
I'm surprised he got away with this. I guess he has to for story purposes, but he's just like, I'll
I
do it when I get back.
Yeah, and I wrote in my notes. I was like, I'm so happy Gohan got to go on the mission. Gohan finally stood up to his mom and got to go on the mission.
Very surprised she allowed it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
He
like, yeah,
does say
take
in mine,
me.
he's like, "Oh, mom, I do know how to take care of myself," and I think Chi Chi couldn't deny that. Her
Mhm.
her son's got long hair and he don't care about doing his
Yeah.
homework anymore.
Oh, he's about to be a punk here shortly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask you how you felt about, and this is kind of more an overarching theme within the first half
Hmm.
of the episode. Uh Bulma's relationship to her adult son. Like, there's a line in this where like Trunks is like, "Are you sure you should come out and like see this?" And Bulma does have a newborn at home to take care of, which is him, but it's also like she says, and she's like, "No, I need to be there." Besides Trunks, what do they say? Mother always knows best. I was like, mm,
Gross.
Yeah, that's
Um,
how it kind of
wait,
feels.
so my Bulma. First of all, don't hit my Bulma. Second, she
Hold
l-
on. Who said my Bulma?
my
Was that you,
so,
Aaron?
look, maybe I was paraphrasing you. I just meant
Uh-huh.
like the Bulma of this timeline, the Japanese, so the original Japanese language Bulma.
Okay, fine. I'll leave.
You know,
But watch
you know I'm a
yourself.
lot. You know I'm a launch man. What are you talking about? You know I'm
Who's
down with
that?
Android 18.
How sad for you.
He said it.
All right, I've got to go off and train to beat these androids.
Vince, wake up from your very tiny nap.
God, I took a micro nap.
Yeah, quit Batmaning it.
Okay, I'm back. And I hope I didn't miss anything interesting.
Should I tell him, folks?
No, we don't have time.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, my Bulma is less weird in mine, I will say, and we'll get. We'll get to it. But first, Bulma's gotta get a babysitter. Goes to her mom, goes to Panchi, who's watering the plants. She's like, "Hey, mom, can you babysit Trunks? I gotta go meet quote Big Trunks."
Why does she say it like that?
I don't know. And she like gave a wink. I mean, I know it's just like, haha, isn't this funny that I have two sons now?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I I don't I guess America is doing this, and America's always been like this apparently since the 90s. America loves moms. Um
Yeah, forget about Mars needing moms. We need them
America
here in the
needs them.
States.
Oh, oh my gosh. But yeah, she asked Pansy, she's like, "Hey, can you watch Trunks?" She's like, "Where are you going?" "Nowhere really. I have to go meet with Trunks." Wink. And I put this in my notes mostly because Panchi's eyes open with shock at this
Mm-hmm.
revelation that her daughter is going to meet her son who's in the other room, but not that she can't watch him. And yeah, guess what? Bulma gets her blue eyes from her mom because Panchi's got
She
those
did.
Arctic blue eyes.
I was shocked at seeing Panchi's eyes. Mainly because it's just like I had to like wiggle my glasses up and down.
I'm glad we both had that same reaction.
I had to
Yeah.
I got on an escalator specifically so I could turn my head back for a double take.
I've got to go to physical therapy now because I double take so hard.
That's why she's squinting all the time. Those eyes are too powerful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if we're ever gonna see Panchi's eyes again. So, listener, if you want to know what Panchi's eyes look like for yourself, you gotta watch this week's episode.
Yeah.
Episode 140.
Yeah, explain to your spouse. It's like, I gotta see her eyes.
I don't care what's happening on Love is Blind. Screw the Bachelorette. I want Panchi to be the Bachelorette.
I'll cancel Crunchyroll before 2 weeks. Don't worry. I just gotta see.
This spouse never canceled Crunchyroll, but forgot about it.
And they paid for it to this very day. Bulma, cool UFO plane. I think it's the first time we're seeing that little guy. Fucking roll. It looks like a UFO. It's got fins, like a hot rod. Fucking cool.
Yeah. It's Jetsons-esque, which is like
Yes.
we probably don't talk about it enough, but Akira Toriyama's like, I guess, favorite things to draw are mechanical stuff. It's not research, it's in a book I have, and it's mostly pictures. But like his mechanical designs are so like whimsical and they all feel like fresh. Like every vehicle in Dragon Ball always feels so like unique. Nothing ever looks exactly the same. which is like definitely a hard thing to do as a creator to keep that up. But shout out to you, Mr. Toriyama. Um, But while Bulma is on her way to the scene, Trunks and Gohan are as well. Like this is kind of a quick kind of maybe light filler as they kind of recap all the events. Trunks is like telling Gohan all about the androids and how he still thinks that there's a way to stop them. Um, and he's going to use whatever that weakness is, bring it back to his time and salvage what's left of his Earth. uh eh, they kind of arrive on the scene, and this is where I think I noticed that, like, the production value on this episode is very high compared to the last
Mm-hmm,
one.
mm-hmm.
um Probably because of the monumentous discovery they're about to make, which we'll get into in a
Yes.
second. But like the wildlife footage is great. There's like a lot of like sunlight trickling through the trees. You see the grass moving. Everybody looks crisp. They got those thick lines. It's all crisp. Um, but I wanted to ask you if you noticed, like, of all the woodland creatures, they showed like squirrels, birds, and then these little fuzz balls that look like tribbles from Star Trek.
Yeah, I called them little popples, which I think was a
Popples.
toy
Okay.
that with like same kind of just a furry round body, a
Mhm.
stringy tail with a little puffball at the end.
All right. So
But
definitely not a Furby. There's no beak, and
no,
I didn't want to murder it with a knife when I saw it.
yeah, these have popped up before. I think
They
we've seen
have?
them. I thought we did.
Mm. Well, here's a perfect time for me to ask. Look, if you know what these things are, tell us, email us, reach out on
Yeah,
social, because we don't do research on the show because we it's more fun this way.
yeah.
But if
You
you've
can,
got it, you can send it into us hashtag KSP research uh, at, at kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. Yeah,
mhm.
right in. Let us know what those things are.
You can lie about it if you want. I don't care.
Yeah, make up
What do
something
we
fun.
know?
Yeah, we're a bunch of rubes.
We're very naive. Uh, And then they do find the time machine. Yes.
Yeah,
Um, Gohan sees Bulma flying in. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go flag her down and make her come down. While Trunks is waiting, he's freaking out, but he also befriends the squirrels.
yes, yeah. He's got all three of them squirrels eating out of the palm of his hand.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Mm-hmm.
that's either he was there a while, he's just got that animal magnetism.
I was gonna say, is that like maybe a Saiyan trait that they can become very close to animal life?
Let's see. Gohan, pet dragon.
Check. Yep.
Vegeta.
Mm. All
Close
right.
enough to
Maybe
eat
it's
it,
not
I
true.
think.
Yeah. Vegeta uses all of the animals to fill his gullet. But
I
you know,
mean, him and
Goku
Goku,
basically,
honestly.
yeah, yeah. I guess that's right, because Goku gets close enough to most animals to like talk to them and converse with them in some way, shape, or form. But will eat them whenever he feels like he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have Trunks.
Maybe
A pattern is emerging.
perchance a half Saiyan thing.
Ooh, maybe it's a
You
half
wouldn't
Saiyan
understand.
thing. Listen, Dad, you never had to be. Nobody ever asked you if you were a whole Saiyan or a half Saiyan.
That's right. Because look at me. I do announce that I'm full Saiyan in every room I go into. Never let them guess.
So embarrassing. I just want to be me, Dad. I just want to be Trunks. I don't want to be a
What, talk to
Saiyan. I don't want to be a
squirrels?
human. I want to talk to squirrels.
What's a squirrel got to say?
Squeak, squeak.
Which means,
Want some nuts?
wait, you're telling me you're letting these squirrels roast your ass? Wait, Do they just ask if you want D's first?
Wait. Oh, they do ask me if I want D's first.
Trunks, you fool. What kind of son is this? Letting squirrels get their ass.
I've been roasted like nuts by a squirrel.
And seed.
Seed.
Squirrels, they're just like us.
I hope if we ever reach this level of a society where we can translate the thoughts of animals who cannot speak, I hope every squirrel is just constantly making fun of humans. And it's all D's nuts jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they're dropping them on your car, they're like, hey, does your car want this? This nuts.
This car ran over my brother.
Prank him. Prank him with these nuts.
You know, yeah. Squirrels. You know what, squirrels? You're all right.
Yeah.
I don't know what
squirrels,
else to
they just
say.
like us for real.
So Bulma lands. And I think I feel like yours is going to be more buck wild with what she asked Trunks about. So I'll go ahead and start mine. I start with saying Bulma's the drip on Bulma.
Oh yeah.
We can't deny matching orange sweats. The top is like short.
That like half jacket that everybody's wearing those now.
They're red top. The Capsule Corp, I'm going to say trucker hat. I don't think it's a fit.
It's probably a snapback.
The Jordans.
Yeah, she got a red J's.
This is like a $2,000 outfit.
You could see this on Fashion Week, and she's got the short haircut. Look, say what you want about Bulma and her interactions with her future son, who was, I'm assuming, of legal age. But as we said before, drip, chef's kiss. But what did she have to say to Trunks when she arrived on the scene?
So as soon as she pops out, she's like, "It's your beautiful mother." And then she goes, "Hey, what do you think about seeing your mom, as her younger self?" Trunks gets embarrassed. He kind of goes, "Well, the truth is you don't really change much." And that's when Bulma gets a big head. And is like, "Oh, so my beauty will last for decades. I hope nobody blames me for it."
There we go. That's the classic Bulma we know and love.
And we're like, look, with these super movies, we know why you don't change that much. You've been wishing for Brazilian butt lifts.
As the meme once said, "These BBL's killing y'all."
The Bulma butt lift, they renamed it.
Oh my God, Aaron, look at that butt. You did it. It's now we gotta call him the Bulma butt lift. I'm pulling out the big red button because Aaron, that Bulma butt lift is now canon, not Nick Cannon. It's true.
If you lift that butt up by non-exercise and non-doctor means, that's a Bulma butt lift, baby.
That's a Bulma butt lift, baby.
So
and I wish I had anything different to say about that interaction, but the line is pretty much the same.
Really?
It just feels weird. She's like, "Yeah, you missed your beautiful mother." Yeah, comment.
It's not, I mean, she didn't say mommy, which is a plus. Thank God.
Yes. Yeah, if she said mommy, then I think somebody hacked Crunchyroll.
Did you miss your mommy's milkus?
Oh God.
Ugh. Why is it that voice? Why is it Ponchi's voice? Pierce my soul with those eyes.
I think so. You've been bewitched by another mom.
They're it's weird. I guess he's just embarrassed. I just don't know why he blushes when he talks about how his mom really doesn't change. Look in the looks department.
I don't think that I guess that's his like least embarrassing way to give a compliment to his own
I
mother.
guess.
And I guess it's also made worse that like Gohan is there, just like staring at them. Like, oh, my mom and I don't talk like this.
You guys sure have a lot less yelling in your relationship.
Yeah. Gohan's like, oh, so moms don't just throw books at their children?
They need them to verify their thirst traps.
Oh my God. If Bulma had TikTok, jeez, I'm crow.
No. Oh, Capsule Corp ruined in a day.
Stock price goes down or up. I don't know. I don't know how horny the markets are.
All right. Okay. All the Bulma stuff aside, Trunks is pretty quick to get down to business. He uncapsules his time machine to show that, hey, I still got my original. This is another time machine, but it's also my time machine because you wrote hope on mine. This one also has that inscription. So what's going on? There's a giant hole in the dome. Trunks goes in, and then he pulls out 2 weird pink giant walnut shells.
Yeah, like pink, like 2 halves of some kind of weird egg. I wrote my notes. I was like, that's some
sort of evil egg, perhaps.
Perhaps this is the titular evil egg from which we speak. But this like moment, if I can, time travel. It's all look. I know it's all fiction, but there are lots of different forms of time travel that occur, and usually, like the rule is like, don't interact with your past self or future self. Something about destroying the timeline, or it's been said like if you and your future or past self like actually touch, you'll destroy the universe because some matter antimatter. Two things can't coexist in the same space because they're made of the same atoms. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is like, why didn't anything catastrophic happen when Trunks touched that old time machine? Are inanimate objects not affected by that rule? So if you send anything back in time, like if I sent, I think I might have my answer once I finish Tears of the Kingdom. There's some time travel
Is
nonsense
there time travel in there? Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna touch 2 links.
Yeah. When 2 links touch, Ganon is destroyed. I don't know.
Oh. Look, I mean, time travel is tricky. All I know is that we got to time travel to a commercial.
Journey to distant realms. Explore the furthest reaches of the universe. Survive deadly dangers. Experience matters of the heart and more in a new actual play podcast. Join me, Audrey. That's right, just me, as I play tabletop games designed for one player. From journaling games to tarot games to even games that take me outside, I'm bringing you along for the ride. Join me for every episode of Alone at the Table.
Upon seeing the show, Gohan says, quote, "It doesn't appear to be a coconut.
I'm sorry. What the fuck, Gohan? All that study and that's all you got?
It's not a coconut.
Check.
Doesn't
All
appear
right.
to be. Could be.
It doesn't appear.
A heretofore unknown species of coconut.
Allow me, if you will. Pink, hard exterior. No milk whatsoever. Could this be a coconut? Perhaps. Oh, God. What an idiot.
What a 6-year-old.
I know. I should be so hard on a fictional 6-year-old, but here I am. But yeah, Gohan, like, he passes it to Bulma. Bulma's like, oh, these look like they could. It's like, they're not turtle shells. That was another one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she determines that it is an eggshell.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Trunks is just kind of freaking out through this whole thing. He hops on the old Time Machine's computer. And what he determines is that time machine left 3 years after he did in the future.
Oh,
but it came back 4 years before their current time. So a year before Trunks came to beat Frieza, that's when this time machine arrived.
So now are we looking at 3 distinct timelines? A question maybe for later in the episode that might get answered by a master researcher of some kind.
Someone can help.
But I gotta say, like, I really like this investigation scene because of the effect when Trunks is like rebooting the computer and all the numbers are flashing up on his face and his coat and everything. I really like that. I'm always. It made me wonder, why do we just get this stupid glowing light on all of our tech? Why isn't it just like projected onto us when we read it? Because that looks cool and cyberpunky as hell.
I'd love a hologram computer.
Yeah.
The Apple thing, stupid as shit.
The goggle pros that don't just have like a window into your eyes, but an LCD screen or something that recreates a like digital version of your eyes. Did you know that is how that did that?
That seems
it's really dumb
and fake. Just make my computer screen a hologram.
Yeah. Just when I open up my laptop, a little light bar, you got that stupid touch bar, okay? Just make it project what I'm doing. That's all I want. Tim Cook, get back in the kitchen. Make me an Apple Vision Pro pie. I don't know.
Why am I wearing goggles?
Aaron, it's because people will do it. People are gonna wear those goggles. I'm definitely gonna see it in New York. I'm gonna see some asshole on the subway doing this shit.
Yeah. Trying to figure out the Minority Report.
with 2 hours of battery. So stupid.
Just like, hey, do you want, that computer screen that's been working really well so far? And because we'll never do holograms, here's your next best thing. Like, no. What if you put your computer screen on your face? Fuck off. It's not even VR.
It's not. It's AR. It's the HoloLens that Microsoft tried to pitch like 5 years ago and failed. They couldn't get people to get excited about HoloLens when they put Master Chief in it. God damn. Master Chief is way more popular than Apple. Ugh.
Yeah, look at Master Chief stocks. They're high as hell.
They're always in the green. Wink. Because of the Spartan suit. Oh, God.
Look,
this is a window into my dark psyche.
Look, we got to finish this fight of an episode.
Oh, he did it.
By going to Kame house where Krillin is explaining the situation. Goku is sleeping. Love a turtle looking at Goku worriedly.
Turtle always coming in as a real one. Even if he's given no lines, he's in the right
Mhm.
place at the right time.
He's where he
Always.
should be by
Mhm.
Goku's side. He's watched this kid grow up. You know?
Mhm.
He's got
He's
of course
basically
he
like a
loves him.
grand turtle. You know what I mean?
No, he's gotta look after this kid.
Mhm. Mhm. I mean, his master's not. Yeah, one of his
Mhm.
oldest friends, Oolong, is not.
Mhm.
Yamcha, I guess, is taking a break finally.
All that studying. There's an exchange with a very good line where Oolong, he realizes what's happening and he's like, well, this place is super dangerous. What are we doing here now? Because the androids are obviously going to come here. Roshi says, he basically like, don't worry, I'll defeat him. Of course, Oolong doesn't believe this shit. And then Roshi, like, we're getting a lot of flashbacks. There's like 3 distinct flashbacks in this episode.
Yeah.
And this is one of them where Roshi's like, don't forget, I won the Tenkaichi tournament. I was the strongest guy in the world. Hey, hey. And then, like, there's a weird flashback of him, like, watching titties.
Yeah,
Of, like,
it shows him
Ranfan? Yeah.
beating up children and then Ranfan's boobs.
Mm-hmm.
And Oolong's
But, like,
oh yeah, you are the strongest in the world. Okay.
he has a really good line in mind where he's essentially like, yeah, that was in the past, but now you're just a lecherous old man. Quote, you plan on defeating the artificial humans with lechery?
Oh, I like that. That's a good one. English Oolong did not get that roast line. It was just that the side eye he gave
Yeah.
Roshi in that moment.
Bombastic side eye.
Bombastic side eye.
Every Gen Zer listening to this is rolling in their grave.
They are cringing in a ball.
That is a month old. How dare we?
They're like, our podcast uncles made a really cringy joke, everybody.
Look, kids, you know we had to do it to
them. Speaking of doing it to them,
Mm-hmm.
Android 18
Go
is
on.
kind of roasting 16 for being a calm dude. Because we're in the car on the way to Goku's now. Android 18 is like, I don't get it. How is 16 so calm? He should be excited. We're gonna go see Goku so he can fulfill his mission. Like that's rad. He should be hyped like we are. 17 is like, look, he's focused. He's excited. Like, he doesn't need to be excited. He's focused on his mission. And I think it was last episode, 16 rattles off Goku's address. And I guess on the way, 18's like, all right, can we stop somewhere so I can get some new clothes? Hate these old rags. And that's that scene. They move on.
Yeah. They're going to go shopping.
Mm-hmm. Androids be shopping.
Nutty Professor to the clubs. So the what a sequel,
right?
I don't think I have ever watched the sequel to The Nutty Professor, starring Janet Jackson as a scientist.
It's been so long. I feel like I have to like it because it's not coming to me as well as I'd like to in this moment. The only thing that is Dr. Doolittle and the talking chameleon. I forget who voices that chameleon, but he did a great job. God, I don't remember who that is. Look, we got to keep moving. We got to keep going.
We got to keep moving. So,
because back at the capsule, everybody's like, all right, Bulma's gonna take the shells back to Capsule Corp. Gohan's like, hey, we got to get back to my dad. Those androids are going to be there any moment now. They capsule both of the pods. Trunks has both of them now. And as they're about to leave, Gohan stops and he's like, wait, there's something over there. We get the classic Dragon Ball tense music going as Gohan reveals a giant exoskeleton. Bulma says, what is it? Some kind of giant cicada? And I paused. I said, who in the world pronounces it a cicada?
Cicada.
And we know what we're talking. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
The very loud bug that emerges every 7 years or so to terrorize the East Coast with their incessant buzzing. You know them. You love them. The red-eyed freaks. Yeah, the cicadas. So Bulma is lightly perving on her own son and cannot pronounce cicada.
She's only read it.
That's right. She's so academic.
Cicada.
Yeah, I know. I rewound it twice. And it, to her point, it's reminiscent of a cicada, like exoskeleton. It's even got the red eyes like a cicada.
Yeah.
But it is the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. It
is huge. It's the size of a bug.
Somebody call Herbie. Have I got something for you, Herbie? Beep, beep. That's my Herbie impression.
Lindsay Lohan driving a cicada shell around. But yeah,
is that going to get a reboot? Do you think the Herbie movies are going to get a reboot? Or are the Herbie movies the new Transformers movies? Talking car.
Or Herbie, he was autonomous. He talked in beeps and boops and revs. Was autonomous. He loved to drive.
He did. He also loved to open doors to like bump people into a meet cute.
Oh yeah. Herbie loves facilitating romance. Much like Bumblebee.
Man. All right. Best talking car in entertainment. Is it
a death battle?
This is a death battle between Herbie the Love Bug, Bumblebee. Let's just say Bumblebee in his car form. Okay. He can't transform into walking form.
All right.
Speed Buggy.
Okay.
From the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Kit, the Knight Rider himself.
Ooh.
Trying to think of any other
talking cars.
Oh, you know I'm throwing in Tow Mater.
Yeah, not a Lightning McQueen.
No, Lightning's retired. Tow Mater's still out there getting work.
Yeah, he can't retire. He's a small business owner.
Exactly. And lastly, to round out this crazy eight of car battle royale, Vin Diesel. Because I run on family.
Oh my God. This is too many.
I know. Why did I have all those so readily available?
you know a lot of talking cars. I'm gonna go Speed Buggy. No further questions.
All right, Speed Buggy, done deal.
I just like the way he talks.
Slow down, guy. That's what I remember Speed Buggy like.
Does that mean, wait, is Speed Buggy dying? Is that why he talks like? So he talks like a car that has major issues. Are these teens taking the sentient car around while it's like in hospice?
I'd love a break. Get it?
We got mysteries to solve.
All right.
And I think we're in a band? I don't...
Well, you used my battery to plug in your amps.
Coughing up spark plugs.
Spark plugs and really dirty oil.
Mm-hmm. You get an oil change when you straighten up and fly right.
You know what, Speed Buggy? You'll get an oil change when we're as popular as that damn Mystery Machine or Josie and her Pussycats.
It's like, oh no. He's just a death march for Speed Buggy. Teens having sex inside him.
Leaving him on the beach as the tide comes in. He's drowning. Oh, I can't breathe.
Why do I have lungs?
Oh, this is horrible. I never thought I had lungs.
Oh, to be Speed Buggy. There's your gritty reboot.
Yes. Ooh, that's it. From the makers of Blood and Honey comes Breakneck Speed Buggy.
Because they did a spooky, kind of cheeky Banana Splits movie where they're actually killing a bunch of people.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
So yeah, why not Speed Buggy?
Question for you, because I think you might know the answer.
Okay.
What's the horror movie where there's like a ghost car or a ghost truck that teens end up racing on a bridge? No?
It's like, do the kids know it's a ghost car?
By the end of the film, the kids are aware that it's a ghost car and they're trying to race the car to beat it, but they realize that they have to let the car win because the driver died in a race, and his unfinished business is that he had to win the race before he could pass on. I think about that movie quite often, and I don't know the name of it.
Is it a movie or is it some sort of... I don't think it's a Goosebumps, because I think driving teens is a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an Are You Afraid of the Dark?
It could have, it could have been an Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I don't know. It sounds very familiar.
Yeah. Look, if you're listening and you know what I'm talking about, let us know. That counts as research.
Yeah. Send in the disc of whatever it is.
Yeah. Send me a red box disc if you can find it.
Oh, there's plenty of them in New York. You can return it for them.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all connected.
I guarantee you there's a red box somewhere in Times Square.
Somewhere.
It
Right
would have
next
been
to
in
the
the
M&M
M&M
store.
store.
Yeah.
If Mayor Eric Adams hadn't gotten rid of it.
Godspeed, sexy M&Ms.
Hope you got those go-go boots in heaven.
Look, Trunk sticks his hand in the shell. There's a gooey center. And whatever burst out of this giant bug shell did it recently. And then, I mean, you do get a little horror movie like, where is it? Is it nearby? What's going on? Bulma gets so scared, she runs off. But it was just one of those poplars, one of those fuzzballs.
While all this is happening, we cut to the lookout.
Yes.
Kame ponders the new events as they unfold, and Piccolo, being the little shit he is just sitting there. Because Kame says something like, "Oh no, this doesn't look good," and Piccolo's like, "What?" I'm paraphrasing. Whatever, old man. Doesn't change the fact that you and we got to combine our power to stop the androids, the greatest threat to Earth. And then Kame.
Ooh, I have something different.
Oh, hit me.
As Kame's looking out, Piccolo's just sitting there, and essentially like, still looking down on the lower realms like a big fucking creep. Your weird little pastime. I guess that power will disappear once we combine. So enjoy it while you can.
Enjoy it while you can. I
Yeah.
think they actually do the opposite because I think Piccolo is like, you'll still be able to look when you were combined. It's like, got a
Okay.
sky view terrace right here for you, big guy.
Yeah. I'll give you 15 minutes in the yard every day.
You and Nail can share the right eye.
That's my lazy one.
And we have to mention that Popo is here during all of this and doesn't get any lines. Criminal. Popo needs lines in every scene now. Because I
Let him
know our time with
react.
Popo is even more limited than it, you know.
He can throw out an oh my here and there.
You shouldn't talk to Kame that way. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
But
It's
no.
like, yeah, he's not getting, Piccolo's not going to get any banana bread with that attitude.
Oh, you know Popo makes some good ass banana bread.
It's so fucking good. He lets them
The
get
key.
real ripe.
The key, yes. I wait for the bananas to get as brown as possible. That's how Kami likes it.
Popo, is there any more of that banana bread left? I don't want to cook regular breakfast.
Kami should be having a balanced breakfast like in the TV commercials. Eggs, bacon, waffles, orange juice, a glass of milk, a bowl of fruity pebbles. That's what a growing Kami needs.
No, I just slather some. Here's what I do, Kami. Not anyone else who might be speaking for me.
Of course.
You take that banana bread, baby, put it in the microwave like 10 seconds, slap a pat of butter, you're out the door. It's better than toast in your mouth.
Kami, I slave away for hours making toast just so it can go into your mouth while you run out to the lookout. And this is the thanks I get.
Look, Popo, I gotta admit, also I'm gonna be with Piccolo soon, so you can. You won't bother me about it. I throw that toast out, baby. I swing by Mickey D's on the way to school.
Oh no. Oh no. Maybe Master Piccolo will like my breakfast. Fat chance. I'm with the old geezer.
Yeah, I've seen you. The only time I've seen you eat is McDonald's.
It's not real food.
Yep, that's your justification.
Spoiler alert. Earthlings.
Yeah, big surprise there, lower realm.
Shocker.
But
if I was the Demon King, the only thing we'd be allowed to eat is McDonald's.
Supersize
is back every
us.
week. Yeah, supersize us. Hell yeah. You want to fuse right now? In front of Popo. I'm covering my eyes.
Earmuffs, Popo, earmuffs.
My hands are busy.
Do the fingers thing and then thumbs over the ear holes and you could peek a little.
Oh no, I've made a Batman mask.
Oh, now you're just doing a bit. Popo, come on.
No, Popo.
But look, Piccolo. Okay.
Oh, wait, we're going to keep going.
I was just going to say, Piccolo, you're right. I will, after being a big creep and seeing what's going down there with the giant bug, and some weird mom-son stuff, I couldn't explain this hopeless feeling I had in my heart for 4 years, but I think I know what it is. And boy, oh boy, we gotta combine. I have a, quote, hopelessly dreadful feeling about this.
Right. And after we combine, we'll have all the McGriddles we want.
We'll force them to serve breakfast all day and not like the cheapy kind that they advertise sometimes.
No, we want biscuits all day long, McDonald's.
I need the hot cake platter.
with sausage patties and bacon. Don't skip on the butter pallets.
Give me 2 cartons of syrup for some reason for 3 pancakes.
I love it. I love it.
That's guys, that's a lot of syrup. You could be saving so much money. One's good.
No one understands why the syrup packets are so big, but the barbecue sauce packets are so small.
I get like 2 nuggets out of those bad boys. What gives?
What if I want to dip more than once?
I gotta, and you know, fries are going in the sweet and sour, baby.
Oh no, they're fusing based off their combined food tastes.
McCrispy, stupid name.
Yeah, it is a stupid name. High five, Kame.
Here we fuse. Returning the grimace.
The grimace.
That's what pops out.
That's what that fusion is. Oh, Aaron, we invented a new form of fusion.
We turned to McDonald's mascots.
Mm-hmm. Can I just say that?
Can you? I don't know.
Yajirobe and Popo fusing, they become Mayor McCheese.
Popo's the mayor part.
Yeah. And Yajirobe the McCheese.
Of course.
Oh, man.
But that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Kame is just explaining that he felt something really disturbing for 4 years, and it wasn't this mother-son dynamic that we keep talking about. I guess, like, in mine, he says, until this threat emerges, until he knows what he's dealing with, he won't make his decision on fusing. But what I liked is that Kame is, like, so frantic that he's, like, freaking out Popo and Piccolo. Like, Piccolo's like, I've never seen you do this before. This must be serious. But I think unfortunately, we might be in for more filler after this, but it could be meaningful because I think everybody's going to get another training arc, right?
Who could say?
Like a mini one?
Look, we're going to go shopping. I know that we're going to have, we got to have some sort of shopping spree.
Yeah.
Combined with a murder spree.
Talking about slashing prices. I hope 17 shows up with a gun. That's what I want.
Just, fulfill the promise of the dream sequence.
And we fulfilled the promise and talked about everything in this episode. So that's the end. That's the end of that, but the beginning of the email section. And time for emails and hashtag KHP research. And, we got to shout out the master researcher themselves. Nick Wolf writes in and says, hey, Vince and Aaron, just in case anyone's lost, he knew. Nick knew. Let me simplify the time travel shenanigans here. We all know time travel the way Trunks does it doesn't change his own future, but rather creates a separate timeline with a future potentially different from his own. What this episode implies is that there are now 4 separate timelines in Dragon Ball so far. So I was close. I said 3.
4.
But Nick tells us there are 4. And here we go.
Let's
timeline
see this primer graft.
Timeline 1 is the original timeline. Goku died. Trunks lives in the android apocalypse. Okay. That's the one we know. That's where Trunks escaped from. Timeline 2. Trunks travels to give the Dragon Team the original warning 3 years before Goku would have died from his heart virus. Okay, so that's timeline 2. Sometime later and I'm reading this. So sometime later in timeline 1, assuming Trunks' mission was successful, the cicada creature that stole the time machine and traveled back in time 1 year earlier than future Trunks did. By doing so, the cicada time machine created an earlier split in the timeline than Trunks did. This gives us timeline 4. So, however the cicada creature got to the year before Trunks arrived, That is timeline 4.
But what's timeline 3?
Hold on, let me keep reading.
Okay.
So timeline 4
Mhm.
is the canon events of DBZ. So that's
All
where
right.
what we're living in now.
Okay.
What we're currently watching, Nick goes on to say, and the timeline where our future Trunks is from, timeline 3. Because there still has to be a future for our Trunks, the one that is doing all the time hopping.
Okay.
To have traveled back from, despite the cicada having traveled from a similar but different future. So timeline 4 is the timeline that the cicada creature was on. Timeline 3, or no, timeline 4 is, the canon. Oh my gosh, is the canon timeline.
You
Timeline
didn't
3
explain this at all.
is the future that Trunks is going back to at the
Okay.
end of Trunks's time.
Of all this.
That'll be timeline 3.
Okay. Gotcha. Now I understand.
Nick includes a very funny meme from Spaceballs,
Mm-hmm.
where it's everybody got that. I think that's when Darth Helmet establishes no more funny business or numbskulls that are on the thing after they go to ludicrous speed. Great film.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody should watch it. May the Schwartz be with you. Nick goes on to say, also, way to not tell everybody about the duplicate time machine Japanese Kame. Also Bulma saying, yep, Nick points it out, cicada and Panchi actually opening her eyes are cursed.
You're out of your mind, Nick. That's a blessing, not a curse.
Yeah, I'm with Aaron on that one, Nick. But Nick ends with keep fighting, Master Researcher Nick. Keep fighting, Nick. Thank you so much for clearing that up. That's super helpful. That's very helpful.
4 timelines.
4 timelines.
Each more distinct than the last.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the third timeline is the future timeline that Trunks is going to. That's great. I never knew that. I never knew that. So yeah, you can send in your hashtag KSP research to Kame House Party Pod at gmail.com. You can also take the time to like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. It helps people find the show, boosts our numbers a little bit. So go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment or a review somewhere. Give us 5 stars. We got to get back to reading those on air as they come in. And you can catch us every Wednesday. If you're watching this as it drops, this Wednesday we'll be playing some Lies of P demo over on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Kame House Party, where we play a variety of games and have a variety of fun. This Saturday, June 17th, I'm getting the boys back together. We're playing some Until Dawn on Saturdays. Scary, spooky, stanky danky edition. We'll be smoking some weed, playing some games over there. And I mean, Aaron, I have a show this Friday, June 16th, under St. Mark's, as part of Woodstock Improv Team. I think it's at Improv Woodstock on Instagram. So check that out. If you're in the New York area, head on down to the Lower East Side, under St. Mark's Theater. It's where comedy is made. Do you have anything to plug?
Nope, just this episode. / Thinking Too Hard About Anime.
Yeah.
My other podcast that I do with Noah Cardin. We are in the very beginning of our new season. Actually, new episode drops this Thursday, where we're talking about Neon Genesis Evangelion. We're getting into the episodes proper to share our thoughts and a little bit of research on that. So if you're tired of the laughs and you want some, whatever the opposite of laughs are, not crying, knowledge, yeah. Look, thinking too hard about anime to gain more knowledge. Kame House Party to get stupider.
That's exactly right. That's how it's always been like that. That's how the rhyme goes. But look, you're selling yourself short. there's some levity to be had in all that research y'all do. It's great. Aaron and Noah's dynamic is so much fun. They're so pleasant
Aw.
to listen to. Some of the most calming voices in podcasting. I do. I love your voice. Your combination of voices are great.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, don't forget, we are part of the Moonshot Network. They also stream over on twitch.tv/Moonshot Network, and you can check out all the Moonshot pods that I'm sure you heard an ad or two about at moonshotpods.com. And I think that wraps up all the calls to action and all the plugs. So whether you are I'm trying to not go all the way with something that we talked about before.
You mentioned zero moms in this is my challenge to you.
Whether oh my God, it's so hard now. All I want to say is whether your mom's a mom or your mom is a mom, you gotta keep
fighting.
Go.